It's my colleague, yeah, my colleague will to the consulting down with the speaker.
Ladies and gentlemen, of course, first of all, thank you very much for being with us. 8 billion US dollars. That is the total value of goods coming in from Indonesia to the port of Los Angeles. 8 billion US dollars.
Wow.
It was last year, 2014. And that made Indonesia the 11th largest trading partner for Los Angeles. And this consulate has been given a mission to triple that number by 2019. More and more manufactured and processed goods, garments, textiles, footwear, electronics, automotive components, furnitures and wood products, musical instruments. We make beautiful, beautiful guitar. Consulate Tom Lorong. Welcome.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome. So we have some samples of the guitar somewhere in the room. Coconut-based product, and of course tea, cacao, and coffee. Look at me. This is what I would do to sell coffee. Over 500 million kilograms Indonesia last year produced coffee, and over 1 million hectares of coffee plantations in Indonesia. 90% of that plantations are owned by smallholders. Remember, every time you drink a cup of Indonesian coffee, you are helping smallholder farmers. And that made only Indonesia as the 4th largest producer. But in terms of export, we are only the 7th largest exporters. Now, why Indonesian coffee is not as popular and why we are only number 7 as exporter? Number 1, coffee for Indonesia only accounts for 0.3% of our export. So it's a small business for Indonesia as a whole. But it is a big business for people like Steve there. He's a big roaster. Heru, where is Heru?
Yeah.
So we have some Mira from Indonesia. I'll introduce you to her. Number 2, you can never find Indonesian coffee because they are so diverse. You have Sumatra coffee, you have Java coffee, you have Sulawesi. Even in Sumatra, you have Gayo, you have Mandailing. In Sulawesi, you have Toraja, and so on. So the third reason is that we consume our own coffee big time. So domestic consumption is so big. More than half of our production is consumed locally. So those are the 3 reasons why Indonesian coffee perhaps is not as popular as Colombian coffee with Juan Valdez. Maybe we should do new type of branding, Umar coffee. But I can promise you this: in LA, this consulate will promote more quality coffee from Indonesia for your taste. So this is what we want to push. We want to introduce specialty quality coffee from Indonesia that will satisfy your needs for the finest things in life. Thank you very much, Indonesia.
I want to grab the microphone real quick because there's someone who I want to introduce who's very special to all of us. He's the #1 man in the 11th position, but he's #1 in our hearts. Norman Awakawa, Port of Los Angeles. Get up here. It all comes from Norman's Port. Give Norman a big hand. And I wanted to say there's a new sheriff in town. This is your passport to travel. Wonderful sister city of Jakarta, Indonesia. We're very proud of Indonesia, the 4th largest country in the world. And it's so important, as Mayor Garcetti would say, is that we always turn and look and celebrate diversity and the diversity of the world. And we're so happy here on Wilshire Boulevard that used to be in my district. They moved it out. But I still love you. I still love you. I still love you. And as someone who's very important to all of us, you introduced her earlier, Elga Sharp. Elga, you got to say a word? Give Elga a big hand. Special Olympics director for the County of Los Angeles. Good to see you. So here's the news. I don't drink coffee, but I love Indonesia, okay? And I had a wonderful time in Jakarta. My name is Tom Labange, and I got 12 weeks left on this job. And I'm trying to see everybody in the town before I go. And when I got your invitation, I wanted to stop by and give you a hug. And you're not in the 4th position, you're in the #1 position in the, the 4th position, but #1 in our hearts. You got it? Congratulations, everybody, especially all people from Indonesia and our special relationship with Jakarta.
Thank you, love. Thank you very much.
Very popular.
Today we have very special coffee, which is Malabar coffee. As you can see over here. Yes, Malabar coffee is
Geboren in Surabaya in het jaar 1948. Ditzelfde jaar keerden de Nederlandse soldaten terug naar Indonesië voor een aantal militaire optredens. Ook op
the second after this aroma weapon, I will make the legend of Java to keep the Java. You know, like in America, cowboy, let's go to Java, it's been going to the coffee. So I make the legend of Java. After the screening the roadshow movie, my producer will release on the DVD and video demand.
What's nice about your film is it shows that coffee is a universal product, and no matter where you're at, what continent, coffee brings people together. And it doesn't matter your nationality, it doesn't matter what country you're in, and it does show that the film has a strong love for coffee.
Why did you decide to make a film on coffee? Why not something else?
The basic message, no matter how your nationality, no matter how what your religion, talking about coffee, coffee is a piece, it's a symbol of, you know, our culture.
In America, we have 2 brands, Maxwell House and Hills Brothers. These are blended coffees of various coffee origins. And but thanks to Java, we know that Java is as known as McDonald's in the world. So keep up the good work. It's wonderful coffee, and thanks to films like you're making, we'll know the origin of these wonderful, fantastic coffees.
I have a favorite director, Martin Scorsese, Tarantino. I want to ask him to them, when they making film, they drink a coffee. What coffee they drink? From Indonesia, from Java, you can ask. Yes.